Hey everyone, welcome back to Be a Web Developer. We are learning JavaScript, and this is my second video for JavaScript in continuation with the first one. Today we are going to learn these things: arithmetic operators, assignment operators, data types, and type of operator. And for sake of creating this video and displaying the output, I have created this section. You already know in HTML, I have covered all the topics of HTML in my previous videos. If you have not watched those videos and if you have any concerns related to how this thing has come, I suggest you to spend a few hours on watching those videos and you'll find it very interesting. Anyways, so I'm expecting my output here on this window, and this is my HTML. Those who are already familiar with HTML will easily understand what this code is doing, and this is my JavaScript file I am including here in the header. In my previous videos I already told you that there are 4 ways for displaying contents via JavaScript, and you can write your inline JavaScript, you can write your internal JavaScript, and you can also maintain your code in external JavaScript. So this is my JavaScript, this is my external JavaScript, and here this is what I have written: output. So this is my ID, the name of ID is output. This is the name of my ID, and expecting this text should be displayed in this ID. Now watch this code very carefully. Recall my last video, and if you can tell me what is the output of this video, then nothing like that. That means you are going into right direction. Watch it very carefully. I am refreshing my page, but before, let me click on console. I have cleared my console right now. My page is sufficient zoom. I hope you can watch it clearly. I'm going to refresh my page. Output I am expecting here. Watch it now. Refresh the page. The error has come. Inner HTML of null. Recall in my previous videos when we were writing internal JavaScript and we were facing the same issue. So what did we do? At that time, we moved the internal JavaScript code at the bottom. But now we have external JavaScript. And I do not want to remove this code at the bottom. So what is the solution? My ID is here. My JavaScript is here. And JavaScript has loaded, but JavaScript has not found the ID. Because when JavaScript has loaded, the ID is not loaded. So that is why there was this error, uncaught type error. What is the solution for this? I do not want to remove my JavaScript from line number 4. So let me zoom it sufficiently. Okay. So I do not want to remove my JavaScript from line number 4, but there is very simple thing. You can add defer. Now let's see what happens. I'm refreshing my page and the code is here. The error has gone. What does defer mean? Defer means I'm telling my JavaScript that do not execute this script. I'm telling my browser not to execute this JavaScript until our entire page is downloaded. Okay, so this is one thing, you know this, and let's start with arithmetic operators. We are going to display contents here. So let us start with declaring variable. I am using let. You can also use where. I told you in my last video already. So I'm taking A, B, C. These are my 3 variables. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to 30. Now if I go here and say it A plus B plus C in brackets. Let us remove brackets for now. A plus B plus C, the output should be 60, which is fine. And I can also add brackets to it. Then also the output should be 60. in both the cases. Output is fine. Now let me remove one thing here, run one thing from here, and I should expect an error, NaN error. What does that mean? That means not a number. So why not a number error has come? Because a plus b plus c is not defined, but that is why there is an error. So if I remove c here from this thing, and output is 30. Now let's do some magic here. If I make it string, you can make anything string in double quote things. You can also make string in single quote things. Okay, but let us say in double quote now. So 10 plus 20, what should be output? 10, 20, because one is a string and another is number. So my JavaScript is basically not adding, because string and numbers cannot be added, but string and numbers can be concatenated. So in that case, in this scenario, my string is concatenated with my number plus served as a concatenation operator. If I make my 20 as well as string, watch it now, this time I have taken it into single quotes, but there would not be any difference because both are strings and plus served as a concatenation operator. So this is how it is done. Alright, so this is one thing. Plus is plus, you know what is the use of plus. Plus is for adding things, and minus is for displaying minus, and then we have multiplication thing. Let us do something here very quickly. I'm copying this line, this thing, or let me copy entire thing. Alright, and I'm pasting it here, and quickly I can display things. Syntax error identified, A has already been declared. It has already been declared in my JavaScript, so I cannot declare it again. So I can just copy this thing in my console, and this is fine. And what I'm doing, A is 100, let's say, and B is 20, and I'm doing A divided by B. The output should be 5. But how about if let's say this thing again, A is 100 and B is 20, and this time I want to do A mod B. The output is 0. Why A mod B output is 0? Because 20 times 5 makes 100 and the remainder is 0. See another example. Let's say this is my output, this is value 10 and B is 3. Now output should be A mod B. 3 times 9 is equal to 3 times 3 is equal to 9. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. A is 10. So when I am doing this thing, my remainder is always 1, because when I do 3 times 3, that is 9, and according to division, 10 divided by 3 gives you 3 and remainder 1. And if the value is 11, so 11 cannot be divisible by 3. That means remainder should be 2. Now see this thing, remainder is 2. So you know the difference between division operator and modulus operator. We call it modulus operator. Let me clear my console and adding these things again. Now this time I want to display something. A is equal to 10, let's say. A is equal to 10. And here I want to display A. A is equal to 10 and I want to display inner property 10. This is 10. Now let me do something. A plus plus. The output is 10, but this time let me do plus plus A. The output is 11. Why? A plus plus means A is equal to A plus 1. That means if A is 10, I am saying 10 is equal to 10 plus 1. 10 is equal to 10 plus 1 means it is 11. So when I am saying A plus plus, that means I am adding 1 to my A and it is making 10. When I am doing plus plus A, then as well I am doing 1 to my A and making it 11. But one thing, when I am saying A plus plus, That means no matter I'm adding 1 to my a, but first of all I'm using the value, and after using the value I'm incrementing it. So that is why when I did a plus plus, I used the current value of a, which is 10, and that is displayed, and after displaying it, it said 11. And in this line I am first incrementing the value and then I am displaying it. Take a look in another example. A is equal to 10 and a plus plus, I am copying this line. Okay, a plus plus, the value is 10. I am copying it again. What should be the output? Output is 11 this time, because a value was already 11. But if I'm copying it again, if I'm running it again, the output would be 12. But let's say if I do it this way, what would be the output? Do you expect 13 output, or do you expect output would be 14? Think. I'm going to hit it. Output is 14. Hope it is clear to you. Alright, so arithmetic operators are done, and now we are moving on to assignment operators. When I'm saying assignment operators, that means I'm assigning some value to something. Here a is equal to 10. One assignment operator I have already used. A is equal to 10. That means I'm assigning 10 to my variable a. Alright, so another way of doing it, a is equal to 10. Let's say this time I'm saying b is equal to a plus 10. Let's say b is equal to a plus 10, and here I am displaying b. B is displayed. A is equal to 10 and b is equal to a plus 10. Now b becomes 20, and I am expecting 20 should be displayed here. Let me refresh my page. 20 is displayed. Okay, let me copy it as well so that things are easy for you. This way I don't have to switch my screen again and again. I can write in my console itself. Output is 20. And another way of doing is b is equal to a plus 10. And how about if I say b, or let me say, remove it, b plus equal to 10. How about if I say this, b plus equal to 10? That means the output, when I'm saying b is equal to b plus 10. That means b is equal to b. That means b is equal to b plus 10. This is same thing. b is equal to b plus 10. That means instead of writing this b is equal to b plus 10, this is my shortcut way of writing b is equal to b plus 10. I'm refreshing my page. This time is 40 because value of b you already know, it is 30. It is already preserved. I have not refreshed my page. Till the time I do not refresh my page, all the values of my JavaScript will be preserved. So this time if I run my code again, b is equal to b plus 10, so then I'm expecting 50, and so on. Similarly, this is when I say minus, that means 50 minus 10 would be 40. Alright, and simply if I say multiplication, that means 40 times 10 is equal to 400. And if I do division, that means this thing, 400 divided by 10 is equal to 40. Alright, hope this is clear to you. And one more operator is there, that is called exponential operator. I forgot to tell you in my previous this previous session. This is arithmetic operators. So let me tell you before I forget further. So let's say my b is 2 and my a is 3, and if I say a times b, the output is 2 3s are 6. But if I say this, watch it now, double multiplication signs. So that means a power b. Now b is 2 and a is 3. 3 power 2. That means 3 times 3, that is 9. So this is the square of a number. You can find the square of anything. A times B. The square is 121 because square of 11 is 121. Everybody knows about it. Now let's cover data types. We have few data types. One is string. Now A, B, C are 3 numbers already there, and A is equal to let's say Ankush. This is string. A is equal to 10. No, B is equal to 10. Now this is a number, and C is equal to null. This is another thing. Take few more variables. D is equal to object. I am declaring object. This is a JSON object. So I am going to tell you about JSON. It's a very simple thing, but for now you understand that the JSON objects can be taken into this curly brackets. So this thing, first name, last name, usually we take, let's say F is equal to, or just say name is equal to Ankush, and gender is equal to male, and that's it. Okay, so this is my object, and now I am going to display the value of I want to know what this is, but for now let me refresh my GIS, and it has displayed A, and if I say B, it will say 10. If I say C, it will say nothing, because null means nothing. But if I say D, then object. This is object. But how about if I want to write something, the object value? I want to type Ankush. So how do I do that? Because this has displayed only object, and I want to display this thing. So how can I do that? D.name. If I say D.name, so that means D.name. The D is my object, and inside this object there is a property of object which is name. So when I say D.name, then Ankush will be displayed, and if I say D.gender, then male will be displayed. So this how. Okay, but one more thing I would like to tell you. Okay, few more things. Hey, let's say I'm taking one more variable here, true, and this is E, and I want to display here E. Let's say refresh the page. What will happen? True, because the value of ed is true, and this is false. Value this is false. But how about if you want to know the data type of these things? There is very simple thing. There is one type of operator. Type of. When I say type of A, let's see what happens. Type of A is string. Let me copy all these things here so that things are easy for you quickly. So when I say type of A is string, and let me copy this line. And type of B is number. You already know that this is number. And type of C is null would not be null. In JavaScript, null is treated as an object. So when I say type of C, it will print object. In JavaScript, null is treated as an object. Mind it, note it. Okay, it won't display null. So when I say type of D is again the object, same thing is there. But when I say type of E, now note it again. It would display boolean. Boolean value, true and false are the boolean values. All right. So this is the use of type of as well. And one more thing, you can also display it in array. Let me display one array as well. Call it F, or let us display F here as well. I'm copying this line. This thing I'm copying, and I'm calling F is equal to, I'm making it an array, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this how array is declared in JavaScript. So when I say type of 1, 2, 3, 4, type of f, I want to display, sorry, type of f. F is my variable, where I'm storing array. I'll tell you about array in upcoming videos, but for now understand that this how we display array. So array is also an object. Okay, now few very interesting things again. I'm copying this thing. Type of you already know. Now let me say 1 is equal to 1. I'm comparing if my 1 is equal to 1. So when I say 1 is equal to 1, that means it is always true. Let me define two variables as well. Let x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3, and if I say this thing, x equal to y. This is my comparison operator. I'm telling you comparison just for sake of making this session bit interesting. But in my next video, I'm covering all these comparison operators. For now, just understand that I'm trying to compare if my x is equal to y. Note it down that single equal means assignment and double equals means comparison. So it said that it is false. Okay, so this is arithmetic operators, assignment operators, data types you already know. With the help of type of operators, I covered few data types. One is object, string, number, null operator, and so on. One more thing before calling this a session, say I want to display I am a good guy. Let's say I want to display this thing, I am a good guy. Let me refresh my page. I am a good guy has displayed, and you already know that you can take string in single quote as well, you can take string in double quote as well. Now if I take string in single quote, this apostrophe is creating a trouble. How do I overcome it? Let me refresh it first, so that, see, this is a syntax error. This apostrophe is interfering with my opening and closing of the string. What is the solution for that? Just put this slash. Just put this slash, and this slash is telling my JavaScript that I do not want to use this apostrophe for closing the string, but I'm telling my JavaScript that this is my apostrophe, please ignore it. So my JavaScript will understand that this is the developer's apostrophe and it has to be ignored. So this how I can display this thing. Now there is one task for you. I want you to write twinkle twinkle little star, TWNK, twinkle little star, and how I wonder what you are. This is your assignment, and I want it to be displayed the same way. Use double quote, use single line. You have to use single line. It has to be written in single line, and you have to use double quote for displaying your screen. And I also want this thing to be printed. So hope you enjoyed it. If you have not liked, share and subscribe to my channel, please do so. And happy learning. Stay safe. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. See you again very soon. Thank you.